Hey, I see you've shot a grouse. Yegor Vlasic, you should sit down and have a rest.
Pelageya laughs like a fool as she says all this. Then she looks up into Yegor's face. Happiness is just radiating from her face. Sit down? Could do, Yegor says in an indifferent tone, as he chooses a spot between two fir trees growing together. Well, what are you standing there for? You sit down too. Pelageya sits down a little way off in the full glare of the sun and covers her smiling mouth with her hand, embarrassed by feeling so happy. A couple of minutes pass in silence.
You might have stopped by just once,
Pelageya says softly. Why? Says Yegor with a sigh, taking off his cap and wiping his red brow with his sleeve. There's no point. Dropping in just for an hour or so would be a waste of time, and you'd just get upset. And I certainly couldn't put up with living in the village the whole time. I've been spoilt, as you know. I need a bed to sleep in, good tea, and nice conversations. Everything's got to be proper, whereas where you are in the village, it's just poverty and soot. I wouldn't last a day. Just supposing there was an order that I absolutely had to live with you. I'd either burn down the hut or take my own life. I've liked fine things ever since I was a boy, and there's nothing you can do about it.
So where you are living these days?
At Dmitri Ivanitch's, the master's place, as a huntsman. I bring game to his table, but mostly he just likes having me around.
That's not proper work, Yegor Vlasic. That would be just playing games for other people. But it's like that's your trade, your actual job.
You don't understand, you fool, says Yegor, looking dreamily up at the sky. You've never understood what kind of a person I am, nor will you in a million years. You just think I'm a mad person who has thrown his life away, but for people who know, I'm the best marksman in the district. The gentlemen round here all know it. They've even written about me in a magazine. There's no one who can compete with me where hunting is concerned. And it's not pride or being spoilt that makes me loathe all your village work. I haven't known anything apart from guns and dogs since when I was young, you know. Take the gun from me and I'll pick up a fishing rod. Take that away and I'll use my hands. Well, maybe I've done a bit of horse dealing, too, and I used to roam the fairs when there was money. But you should know yourself that it's goodbye to the plow whenever a peasant starts hunting or getting into horses. Once the free spirit has taken hold of a man, there's no way of getting it out of him. It's just like if one of the gentlemen goes off to act in plays or does something else artistic. He can't be an office person or a landowner after that. You're a woman and you don't understand, but you should understand.
I do understand, Yegor Vlasic.
Well, I don't think you can, seeing as you are about to start crying.
I'm not crying,
says Pelageya, turning away.
It's a sin, Yegor Vlasic. You could at least have the heart to spend one day with me. It's 12 years since I got married to you, and there hasn't been love between us once. I'm not crying.
Love, mumbles Yegor, scratching his arm. There can't be any love. We might officially be man and wife, but is that what we really are? To you, I'm someone wild, and for me, you're just a simple woman who doesn't understand anything. Do you really think we are a couple? I'm an idler. I'm spoilt and free to roam, but you're a laborer, a peasant. You live in filth, and you're always bent over double. To see things your way, I might be the best huntsman around, but you just look at me in pity. How can we be a couple?
But we were wed, Yegor Vlasic,
says Pelageya, sobbing. Not of our own free will. You surely haven't forgotten. It's Count Sergei Pavlovich you can thank, and yourself, too. The Count plied me with drink for a whole month out of envy that I was a better shot than he was. And you can be lured even into changing religion when you're drunk, not just into getting married. And so he went and married me to you when I was drunk to get his own back. A huntsman marrying a cow.